was that show, What Would You Do with John Quinones? So 10 or 15 years ago, I was in New York. I was meeting a friend to see an off-Broadway show, the musical adaptation of Carrie, as it so happens. Um, and it had a revival at an off-Broadway show, and it starred someone I know as the mother, or someone I knew as the mother. So we were going to see this show, and I had about an hour to kill after my last meeting had ended. I had headed down to where the theater was, and I got there, had about an hour to kill. And so I ended up going inside this little tea shop in the village. And it began to be clear that a drama was unfolding at another table. And this table was like right in front of me, several empty tables between us, nothing impeding my view. And it was like a middle aged woman tutoring two, I would say, middle school kids about American history. And she starts pulling out this thick binder and she starts telling them about, you know, conspiracy theories, basically. Like I could hear this whole thing from where I was. And the woman and I actually said, I feel like I'm watching a TV show right now. It just, it felt very unreal. And the thing was, it was unreal. Don Quinones comes out from the kitchen and you're on candid camera and I had to sign a release even though I wasn't, because there were cameras everywhere apparently. Here's the thing that's wild. I thought the whole time that those two older teens seemed overdramatic. Like they seemed, I'm like, oh, that explains it. They're actors. And the woman, the teacher, clearly was an actor, right? She was the one doing the bad thing that you were supposed to see if anybody came and intervened. And I thought the older kids seemed like the actors and the younger kids seemed like they were real. But I had it completely swapped. And that really changed how I think about when I'm observing scenes, when I'm watching stuff go down, including on the internet. Sometimes you do not know what's real and not real. And sometimes the things that people do have outsized reactions. And to assume that one can know and one can recognize, and that people who don't are somehow stupid is not going to get us through this period of figuring out what are the rules going to be around AI and deepfakes and all of this stuff.